Okay, for a long time now I've lusted after one-piece aluminium backpacking stoves, the likes of white box stoves and the minimal design BIOS, but to buy them from America, $20, if you can get them in the UK, about 13-14 quid, just too much to be, for me, spending on what is, at the end of the day, scrap item which has been converted into something else. So I've had a crack at making my own after having a look round on YouTube. I will firstly apologise for the shakiness of this video. I don't have a tripod for my iPhone, so it's all freehand. But anyway, we're going to do a test boil. We've got half a litre of water cold from the tap, and we're going to boil that in a 0.8 litre Gellert kettle. It's cold, freezing cold. Here's something I left in my garage, and it's frozen. So there we go. So let's shoot about an ounce of meths in there. What we'll do, we'll put a bit around the sides just to prime the pan. There we go. Hopefully that will ignite the centre pot, but if not, we may have to do it separately. While that's doing what it's doing, getting ready to bloom, we will pour the water into the kettle. Put the meths out of the way. Right, okay, so we're blooming, 2 minutes on the video, let's whack that on. You can see at the moment the flames are licking up around the sides of the pot, which is not very efficient, but as that meths at the bottom burns off, you'll see that that will come back. Let's just get that a bit more square. I'm hoping for a boil time somewhere around 6 minutes. Everybody seems obsessed with how fast you can boil half a litre of water. It's not my primary objective to do it quick. If I'm out in the woods, then obviously there's a lot of other things you can be doing while you're waiting for your brew to come to the boil. And you can see now the flame spread has retreated to the edge of the kettle. I've not measured that. I'd guess it's 5.5 inches of width there on the kettle. But one interesting thing I've found over the years, you can help yourself with your choice of pot in terms of boil times. Standard aluminium pots, shiny silver, don't absorb the heat as well as hard anodized dark colours. So we shall see what we get. The weight of the stove's around 28 grams, which is light by anyone's standards. I find it's quite useful places you're not allowed to have an open fire and you don't want to carry your big camping gas version or one of these cartridge stoves which are just too hefty. Usually if I'm out in the woods, all I'm looking to do is make up a pasta and sauce or super noodles or similar. I'm guessing you could probably get 2 ounces of meths in here. I'm using one, it's about 30 mils, and hopefully that should give us plenty for a boil. So now we just sit and wait. While I'm about it, I'll show you one that I've done here. This is made from a bottle of Carling, aluminium bottle version. You can see the edges rolled over, so there's no sharp edges. It's quite handy in construction actually, because you don't need to sand anything, because eventually all the sharp edges will be sealed in. And the vent holes down there in the bottom that allow the fuel into the walls. This works on the principle that the mess heats up, it vaporizes, the vapor travels into the walls where it's, I wouldn't say pressurised, it's semi-pressurised, enough to give you jets. But they look quite nice. They're tidy, they won't take up much in the way of space. One thing I'd also advise is always carry your fuel separately to your cooking kit, because meths will taint. It's not a nice taste if you get it polluting your cup or your pot. Smells quite nice though. So anyway, there you go. It's really strong. I've tried standing on top of it, and I'm a big guy, and no harm done. I'm sure if you stood on it that way you would manage to crush it, but you know, it's a lot more robust than the sort of penny can stoves made out of standard Coke or lemonade can or whatever. Just much more robust. I'm going to have to come up with an idea for a case for it. I might get some neoprene and stitch that up and make a little tube to shove it in with a little clip, so I can just clip it onto the outside of my pack or similar. But yeah, they're nice. You know, it's not as precision made as the ones that are made with proper tooling on Mini Ball and White Box, but you know, those guys are putting a lot of money behind their product. To invest in tooling for me is just too much. So we're starting to get a change in tone from the kettle. We're at what, 4 minutes 42, so we're getting somewhere near, and looking good to get inside 6 minutes, I guess. Just one point I did notice, when you use these for the first time, it might be worth just sanding round the top, because the paint gets hot, gets tacky, and you could end up lifting your pot off your stove and it's still being connected, and then suddenly you've got spillage and flare-ups and all the rest. But just give it a quick rub face down on some emery board or whatever, and I'll just take the paint away. So there we go, it looks like 5 minutes 30, and we will lift the lid, see what we got, and we have a boil. So I'm actually very happy with that. So thanks for watching, and I'm off for a brew. Take it easy, see you later.